for this live, hoping to get some feedback from some of y'all. It's an interesting topic we want to talk about. First of all, Terence Crawford did what he had to do the other day, and that was beat up my man Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn later on went on to say, man, I had blisters on my feet. I didn't have the right shoes. Bob Arum just blasted, man, we ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear that. You were over here for 10 days. Basically, he talks about how he forgot his real boxing sneakers over in Australia, and they had to go out and buy some more boxing sneakers. And he said they caused blisters on my feet and I wasn't good. Bob Arum says, have you ever heard of FedEx? Have you ever heard of overnight delivery? So, Jeff Horn, we're not trying to hear that. You could have had them FedEx overnight. So we're not buying into that, had to buy new boxing sneakers. My feet were blistered. That's why I wasn't able to beat Terence Crawford. Man, you weren't going to beat Terence Crawford in the first place. Now, number 2, Errol Spence did what he had to do, and he beat up Ocampo. The sad part is Ocampo really wasn't a competitor. Ocampo was a landscaper, taxi driver, worked a vending machine on the side of the street type of fighter. That's what he was. He came in there and took one little body shot and crumbled like a little baby. But listen, that's not Errol Spence's fault. They put him in front of Errol Spence. Terence Crawford's job and Errol Spence's job is to get in there and fight. All right, we got somebody in the chat room. Talk to me. Who's in here? Who's in the chat room? What questions you got? Because we're going to talk about, can Terence Crawford dethrone Errol Spence Jr.? And there's somebody in here, a couple here. Don't nobody want to say nothing. Okay. So my question to that is, or my answer to that is, right now, if I had to give a percentage-wise, I would give it 60-40 to Errol Spence. Not to say that Jeff Horn wasn't a good fighter. Jeff Horn was a B- fighter. I would give him that much. I would give Jeff Horn a B- fighter status. If I could just see Errol, if Errol can, who's some people I like to see Terence Crawford fight, let me know he's ready for Errol Spence. I would like to see him fight. Who could he fight? I would like to see him fight maybe a Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Danny Garcia. Who else is at 147 that's kind of a guy, like a name that he could fight? Those are some of the guys that come to my mind right away. And if he can beat those guys and beat them decisively at 147, then I will make Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford a 50-50 fight without a problem. Terence Crawford is special, though, man. I like how he can switch from conventional to southpaw. I like that he does have some popping power at 147. I like how he's grown into 147. But on the flip side, Errol Spence is looking sharper than ever. He's disposing of guys. He's being known as a body puncher. They both had a decorated amateur career. They both did pretty good. That fight, I would like to see that fight the top of next year. I like to see Spence fight another world title, and I like to see Terence Crawford fight a top 5 fighter. at the 147-pound division. That's what I would like to see. Like I said, right now I would have a Spence 60, Terence Crawford 40. All right, I got some more people out there in the chat room. Give me your thoughts in comments. Can Terence Crawford dethrone Errol Spence Jr. right now, or does he need another good, tough fight? My man, Ronald Finkley, long time no see, Boxing Socialist. I know, man. Listen, I'm going to be honest. You want to be honest with you, Ronald Finkley? Man, number one, I've been busy. Number two, Ronald, man, this YouTube apocalypse, man, is killing us, man. If it's not for people like you, Ronald, and others that's donating money, man, it's hard to invest all this time and money and taking away from your family and other things you can be doing making money. So Ronald Finkley, you and a couple others, man, y'all know who you are, man. I appreciate y'all dropping some money every time, man. I appreciate it. Ronald and the others that are out there right now, who y'all got winning? Is Terence Crawford at the point where he can dethrone Errol Spence? Does he have or need another couple top-notch fights? I want to know what y'all think. Give me some feedback. I'm also interested to see how Manny Pacquiao versus Lucas Matisse fight go. Man, the way Manny Pacquiao's looking, I wouldn't be shocked if Lucas Matisse stops Manny Pacquiao. Man, it's a shame, man, to see how Manny rise to the top like that and just had a great fall. I mean, you lose that fight to Timothy Bradley. You turn around, get knocked back out by Marquez. Turn around, lose a fight to a B- fighter in Jeff Horn. Manny went to the Pride and Hope of the Philippines to, who are you again? Some people are saying that shoulder injuries and nagging injuries have caught up to him. Some are saying that he's gotten off the peds. He's not doing steroids no more. Well, I have to admit, when Alex Ariza was with him, there wasn't nobody really beating Manny Pacquiao. I don't know what Alex Ariza was putting in those shakes. I don't know if it was conditioning and training that he was going through. And I don't know. Now, listen, if Manny Pacquiao comes out with that explosiveness again and looks good, do you give Boo Boy the credit? Because Boo Boy is training him. Did Freddie Roach show him all that he can show him at the time? All right, we got some comments. Crawford has the foot speed that Kell Brook needed to beat Spence. Okay. That fight hasn't been officially announced. Are you talking about the Crawford? I'm sorry, you talking about the Pacquiao versus Matisse? Yeah, Dwayne. I think, is it Dwayne B? Dwayne, am I pronouncing right? Dwayne? Yeah, Dwayne, man. From what I'm hearing, or I just saw earlier, they're saying something about they're still having problems with getting an event, right? A place to hold a fight. I'm looking like, man, if Manny Pacquiao is your hero, why aren't you having it in the Philippines? At one time, it was Malaysia. What about China? If you're the Asian sensation, you shouldn't have a problem having that fight anywhere over in Asia. So the question is because you're not using Bob Arum? Are you finding out not having a promoter? It's hard to promote a fight without a real promoter. That brings me back to Oscar De La Hoya. Who is he telling? Errol Spence? Man, I can take you so much further, put you on pay-per-view, make you more money if you have a promoter. Errol's like, nah, I don't need no promoter. Al Heyman's doing a good job just putting me on these local cards, ESPNs and Showtime. But from what my understanding is, the money's in pay-per-view. And I'm not saying you're not going to make good money on Showtime and HBO and ESPN, but pay-per-view is where you make that money at. Ronald Finkley, I'm back, fan. Thomas Moreland, I'm watching. Or why isn't that fight in Vegas? Dwayne. Dwayne, I think the fight is not going to be in Vegas because Oscar, Bob Arum, Lou DiBella, Al Heyman, Mayweather, they own that Vegas area. Since Manny Pacquiao's not using Bob Arum and his contract is up, he knows he's not going to get a fight there. They're going to blackball him and push him out where they'll be like, oh, all our dates are booked up. And he's like, man, how you put Taylor Swift over me? How you put Justin Timberlake over me? I'm a main draw. Nah, we backed up, we full. So, and honestly, I don't think Manny wants to leave the Asian continent over there. I think he wants to stay over there because he feels that's how he's going to maximize his money. But what he's finding out, the Asians aren't backing him like he really thought they would. Real quick, shout out to Ron Finkley for dropping a little bit of money. Man, Hands of Stone, Dwayne B, Thomas Moreland, Cool Undies. Man, if y'all got a little bit of change, I want to drop your boy, hit that little dollar sign down there. Donate to your boy. It can be $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, whatever you want to give. And help keep the channel going, man. I love talking to y'all, doing live support. I'm being honest with you. Most people are going to be honest. It motivates me when y'all drop money in there. Makes me want to do live stuff every day. The last couple of lives I did, man, people weren't really dropping anything. I get stuff from time to time. My man Ronald and I got another brother, man, that always drops stuff. But what's up, bro? Cool Undies. Cool Undies. Man, how in the world do you get that name? Cool Undies. What do you mean by Cool Undies? Man, I don't even want to know what kind of underwear you wear. I take that back. No homo. I just thought that was a pretty cool name. Cool Undies. Hands of Stone, Dwayne B, Thomas, Cool Undies, Ronald. What questions y'all got? Hit me up. Let me ask you this. When Errol Spence stopped Ocampo, were you disappointed in that first round stoppage? Me personally, I think Ocampo, he was feeling that fire and said, it's easy for me just to lay down, don't get back up, make people think he hurt me with the body shot, but really I just don't want that fire. That's what I think happened. Some people just mentally weak. Chicago Capone. Bud beats him convincingly. Ronald, now that was funny. How did you feel about the women's fight last night? The women's fight, are you talking about Clarissa Shields getting dropped in the first round within the first 53 seconds? But then she ended up coming back and beating her over 10 rounds. And then Christina Hammer got her win and they got in a little spat. Listen, not really big into women's boxing. I mean, it's okay, but I wouldn't mind seeing Clarissa Shields versus the Hammer, Christina. If that's a fight you're talking about, Ronald. Man, I think I remember like the first female fighters I remember seeing was, what was that lady's name? Christy, the coal miner daughters. Christy, the coal miner daughter. What was Christy? Martin. That's like one of the first female fighters I remember seeing. And then, of course, Ali's daughter wanted to capitalize off her dad's name, Layla Ali. Then Frazier's daughter wanted to capitalize, and she came in. These girls knew what they were doing. They came in, made their quick money, and got right out. I think Gabriel versus Clarissa was a draw because of the skinny trout. Because of the skin of trout, those other rounds. Put that when you can weigh kind of remind. What? Man, Ronald, what in the world? Did your spell checker go off? I think Gabriel versus Clarissa was a draw because of the skin A trout. Those other rounds, put that went you can weigh kind of reminding me of Canelo. Man, Ronald, you got to retype that because I don't know what you're trying to say. Cool Undies, my man, keep it up. $2, man, I appreciate it. I'm not even asking for much, y'all. $1, $2, $3, $5. It's cool with me. Shout out to Cool Undies. Shout out my man Ronald Finkley for supporting Boxing Socialist. Dwayne B, let's see what you said. No, wasn't disappointed in Spence. That's a fighter of an A+ must do to a C fighter. My bad, bro. Still my bad, bro. Still checking is okay. Yeah. I think I know what you're trying to say, Ronald. Dwayne B. You weren't disappointed. You even called Ocampo a C fighter? I think he meant spell checking. Yeah, I think that's what he meant also. My man, Dwayne B, I gave Ocampo a D. Oh, I know what I want to throw out there to y'all. I'm going to tell you a fight that I'm looking forward to. Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. Be honest with you, man. I think Sean Porter is going to beat Danny Garcia. Now, let me explain why. Danny Garcia is one of the most skilled welterweights. Doesn't throw as much as I want him to, but he throws with accuracy, he throws with timing, and he paces himself well. I wish he just picked up a pace a little bit more, but he's fine what he's doing now. Sean Porter will win and always wins. Number one, first, because he's a football player. Number two, he's a wrestler. Number three, he's a grappler. Number four, he's a boxer. You're going to get all four of those people when you face Sean Porter. He's going to football tack you into the ropes, right? Right into the corner. He's going to wrestle with you. He's going to put you in a grappling hole so you can't throw that punch. And then he's going to box you. I mean, you get a 4-on-1 fighter with Sean Porter. And you know, as they say, pressure bust pipes. Nobody can tell you more than Paulie Malignaggi. He manhandled him. Manhandled him. Sean Porter is a beast. He's not the most skilled fighter. He's not, I don't know what to call. He's a 4-on-1 dude. I mean, you got four sports in the ring going against the one sport, a boxer. Ronald Finkley. I like your personality, fam. Salute. So I'm talking about Ronald Finkley, man. Thanks for supporting your boy, man. I'm telling you, man, y'all really come through for me. Y'all make me want to do this all the time. Ronald Finkley, those other rounds could have went either way. I had to fight as a draw between Clarissa versus Gabriel. And by the way, I love Gabriel. Good fight, man. It was a large margin, right? It wasn't like 97-92, 98-91. Like, they only gave her like, what, 1 or 2 rounds out of the whole fight? Definitely Clarissa got the favoritism going on her side. Dwayne B, 50-50 fight. Dwayne, why do you think Danny Garcia? I just explained to you why Sean Porter is going to beat Danny Garcia. But I want y'all to tell me why y'all think, or Dwayne, why you think it's a 50-50 fight. Cool Undies, Dwayne, Ronald, how do y'all got the Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter fight? Large margin, I scored that crap today, Boxing Socialist. I'm going to say, Ronald, that fight probably could have been a draw. No. Yeah. 6 rounds to 4. 6 rounds to 4, Clarissa. The knockdown helped Gabriel even it up 5 rounds apiece. So it was a close fight. It wasn't no wide margin. Danny might stop him. Have y'all ever seen anybody stop? Have you ever seen anybody stop Sean Porter? I'll be honest, it was a fluke. I personally think it was a fluke with Adrian Broner dropping him in that round. I think he just lost focus. Like, man, this fight is so easy. And bam, and got caught. I don't think he's going to be that way with Danny Garcia. He's going to be on his toes the whole 12 rounds. I like Garcia, but Porter's a beast. Ronald Finkley, real talk. Appreciate it, Ronald. Dwayne B. Porter is too wild. He is a rich man's version of Horn. My man said a rich man's version of Horn. That's funny. Hey, Porter's a football player. Yeah, I told you. With Sean Porter, you're going to get 4 athletes. Listen, I'll promote him. You got a football, a wrestler, a grappler, and a boxer. He combines all 4 sports inside the ring. I mean, you get your money's worth of your promoter with Sean Porter. Hey, this is why I want to throw it out to y'all. What is up with Adrian Broner? What's up with Broner, y'all? 1 minute he's suicidal. 1 minute he crying wolf. 1 minute he's on top of the world. 1 minute he's with Floyd. 1 minute he's fighting with Floyd. Do y'all think Adrian Broner's bipolar? I hear a lot of people being bipolar. You think he's bipolar? Salute to the chat also. Respect guys and females. We all got champs. Salute. Yeah. He wants attention. Dwayne B think he wants it. Broner is strange. Kind of reminds me of Bob Sapp. Hey, I'm waiting for Adrian Broner to have an Oliver McCall meltdown. Remember Oliver McCall ended up knocking out Lennox Lewis? Then he got the rematch, and he was on drugs. And Lennox Lewis was beating the crap out of him, and he just starts breaking down, crying in the middle of the ring. I'm waiting for the day that Adrian Broner just starts crying in the ring. I can't talk about AB. I just like his in-the-ring antics. Yeah, he did be having some nice ring intros, but he's not backing it up. Hey, I don't know if y'all saw the video I did the other day. Al Heyman. Nah, I ain't really gonna say Al Heyman because Al Heyman's black. Steven Espinoza, the head of Showtime Boxing. Is he a culture vulture? I know y'all have heard that name before, culture vulture. Is Steven Espinoza exploiting the black fighters and using them? And the reason why I say that because when you watch Steven Espinoza, he always talking about he listens to rap. He likes Jay-Z. He likes wearing hoodies. He likes doing everything black people do. But he's Mexican or wherever he's from. Do you think Steven Espinoza is a culture vulture? Like how Liar Cohen is with the rap industry. Maybe Madonna knocked something loose in Broner. Yeah, Madonna did put a whipping on him. Danny still deserves to get KO'd for Angel's mouth. Yeah, man, I haven't heard of Angel Garcia in a while, man. Somebody must have told him to tone it down because he used to go off at pressers. And nobody cared about Danny Garcia. It's like, man, listen, everybody couldn't wait to see Ruben Guerrero versus Angel Garcia. Remember that? He gives interviews to new media, Boxing Socialist. I think he's legit. Who's that? Who gives interviews to new media? I think he's legit. Oh, you're talking about Steven Espinoza. I said let people celebrate whatever culture they want. Yeah? Why not? Make money, right? It's all about making the money. You know, there's a lot of people that believe in the whole black power, black movement. Blacks should only be promoted by blacks. Listen, I don't care if you're Jewish, black, white, Asian. If you're going to get me paid and we're going to make some money, let's do it. But there's a lot of people out there that feel Steven Espinoza is a culture vulture. That he exploits black fighters just to make money off of them, and he could care less about them. And point being that, like Adrian Broner, he's made millions of dollars off of Adrian Broner. But when Adrian Broner cries out for help, does he call Adrian Broner? Does he fly out to see Adrian Broner? Does he invite Adrian Broner to his house? Does he help him get away for like a week? Does he check on his mental health, his stability, or all I care about is you making money, getting in the ring, and knock somebody's head off. Whatever happened to De La Hoya Instagram models? Was that a real story? I haven't heard anything. De La Hoya Instagram models. I don't know what you're talking about, Cool Undies. De La Hoya has some Instagram models. And what do you mean, was that a real story? Was he caught up some Instagram models or something? I'm not knocking your question boxes. I'm keeping my thought process open to what you speak, fan. Tell me what are you talking about, Ronald Finkley? I'm not knocking your opinion. I guess question means opinion, boxing socialist. Cool, don't get me started. No, I mean, give me some feedback, man. That's what y'all are here for. Y'all are here in the chat room. Tell me what you think, Ronald. I mean, it's an open discussion, man. Man, I'm open to anybody that comes on here to talk to me, man. Tell me your thoughts, concerns, how you feel. You know, make sure y'all follow my boy Carcino. Me and Carcino have been holding down Boxing Socialist website for a while now. My man Carcino be having some of the most funniest stories. What else? What other fights we got coming up? Of course, we got the Canelo versus Triple G rematch. Mr. Tainted Meat himself. To Espinoza for you, but to Cool Undies for Oscar. I don't believe y'all got me talking twice. Who you got? Oh, yeah, Robert Easter Jr. versus Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia all day. I'm not going to take anything away from Robert Easter. I think he's a decent B+ fighter, and maybe even an A-. Definitely a B+ fighter. Mikey Garcia is just more skilled. Listen, I mean, Easter has to use his size to beat Garcia. You cannot fight him inside. If Robert Easter can stay outside and box him all night, Robert Easter will get the win. But I think Garcia's smooth enough and crafty enough to get inside to beat Robert Easter. I have that 70-30. 70% for Garcia, 30% for Easter. All comes down to if Easter can stay on the outside and box him all night. He can beat him. That's the only way he can beat him. Then De La Hoya get blackmailed by Instagram models. I don't know. Y'all tell me, has anybody heard about Oscar getting blackmailed by Instagram models? If he did, I didn't hear about it. All right. Cool Undies says he's from Vegas. Cool Undies, you need to do some writing for me, man. Vegas is one of the few places I don't have a guy to cover fights for me. They get him into fights to get interviews and all that. Cool Undies, you looking for a job? Ronald Finkley, nice. Cool. Ronald Finkley, I'm in Vermont. My man Ronald, all the way from Vermont, the East Coast, northeast. Cool Undies. I've never been. Oscar Pictures and Ventures are real, bro. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know what Oscar's into. Cool Undies, man. You know how to give interviews? You know how to write articles? I'm serious, Cool Undies. Man, I'll get you into these fights at Vegas. But you got to go in there, man. You got to shoot videos, do video interviews. We'll get it posted to Boxing Socialist website. Everybody that wants to work for Boxing Socialist is not a paying job, but I can get you into the fights for free. The cover is part of the media. And that's pay enough. You get to sit ringside, like $300-400 seats, or however much the seats be. That's pay all by itself. And then you get to go backstage afterwards and interview the fighters, get to interview them during weigh-ins, all kinds of stuff. Cool Runnings maybe. Ron Finkley, yes, sir. Cool Runnings are working in Bellagio, right next to T-Mobile Arena. I'll keep it in mind, bro. Respect to you, Boxing Socials. If in New York, I'm with it. I had a guy that was doing stuff for me in New York, but he kind of flaked out. He wasn't able to be consistent enough with it. Vermont, you're in Vermont. How long will it take you to get to Barclays? Cool on these. If you don't want to do it, you got some friends that want to cover fights that you think will be good at doing video interviews. Everybody has that one homie, right? They got Barclays popping for 5 hours. See, me to travel to boxing events for 5 hours, there's no problem to me. I got some people like, man, it's 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours away, man. I love boxing. I mean, I'll drive 4 and 5 hours to a boxing match. I do it. You know, especially it's a big main event. Cool on these, you know a guy? Is he reliable? And do you think he'd be good at doing video interviews and covering the weigh-ins and stuff? All right, cool on these. You're going to hit me up. You're going to email me. Email at boxingsocialist@gmail.com. Put that in the chat. See if it'll allow me to chat it. There you go. Email me right there. Make sure you put Cool Undies in there so I know who I'm talking to. All right. Hit me up, Cool Undies. I finally got me a Vegas rider or a guy to do video interviews. Dwayne B., you need to hire me. Where you live at, Dwayne? You want to cover some fights for me? What city you in? You got fights where you at? Ronald Finkley, exactly, boxers. If you love boxing, sign up. But to be honest with you, we already have a spot that you can be a part of. What spot is that? Yeah, we networking, we negotiating now. DBC. The line 100. Ronald, that's your website, isn't it? Hey, it's hard enough for me to keep our website up and going. That's why I'm trying to get riders and people to do go to the boxing match. I used to go all the time. Man, but between me, my wife, my two daughters play AAU basketball. My daughters, I swear, got basketball events every weekend. It seems like, man, I'm so exhausted. And then when school starts back up, they got school basketball. So I'm just so exhausted, man. I used to go down and cover fighters all the time down in Houston. I just don't have the time no more with my kids. Hopefully in about 5 to 6 years when they all are out and all that, I can go right back to doing my interviews and going down and covering fights. Heck, I want to retire in 12 years. I want to be done with my job. Dwayne B., where you at? Where you live at, Dwayne B.? What city and state? I want to see if I can link up with you. Cover some fights for me. Connecticut. So the closest to you would be, what was it called, Foxwood? Is it Foxwood up in Connecticut? Dwayne, how far would that be for you to drive to Barclays Center also to cover fights? Yeah, what's up with Foxwood? Why don't I have a lot of fights up there no more? Foxwood is kind of fizzled out. It used to be a hotbed for boxing. I guess after Mickey Bay retired, because he was up there in the Massachusetts area, they don't use Foxwood for nothing anymore, do they? How far of a ride is that for y'all to Barclays Center? An hour and a half? So, Dwayne, you tell me it only takes you an hour and a half to get to Barclays Center. Listen, bro, if you serious, you really serious, man, you think you can do some interviews, boxing interviews and all that, you got my email up there, right? If you got my email up there, you hit me up in the email, put Dwayne B in there, and I'll give you a test ride, man, to cover some fights, man. You got a camcorder and all that to shoot video, and you know how to upload it? If not, I'll link up with you and show you how to do it. New York is lit, and Mickey Bay suing them because Floyd broke the Ali Act. Oh, Ronald, as soon as I finish this, I already shot a video. I already shot the Mickey Bay Floyd Mayweather video. Matter of fact, as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna upload it. I already talked about it. Yeah, Dwayne, shoot me an email, man. We'll chop it up. And yeah, man, we'll go with it from there. I've been looking for somebody to cover my New York area for a while. I got Houston covered. I got Chicago covered. I got Los Angeles covered. I had a guy that was in New York, but haven't had nobody in New York in a couple years now. That's what I'm talking about, networking. Dwayne B gonna come through, y'all. Dwayne B is gonna help Boxing Socialist build up. Yeah, y'all shoot me an email, man. Y'all shoot me an email with y'all information. Vermont can get anything equipment-wise. It's a rich state. Okay. Ronald Finkley at gmail.com. Ronald, shoot me an email real quick. Shoot me an email. Ronald, Cool Undies, and Dwayne, all of y'all shoot me an email with y'all contact information. Over the next week or so, man, I'm going to hit y'all up, man. We're going to work something out. We're going to work together and collaborate. We're going to turn boxing socialists. We're going to turn it out. I'm always in NYC, so it won't be a problem. Get to writing. Yep. Yeah, Dwayne B. You got to get to writing, man. Yeah, we're going to chop it up, Dwayne B. Yeah, because I'm going to give you some access to the website, man, so you can start posting some things. Like I said, man, it's me and a couple other guys. I mean, it's not a paying job, but we can get you in a fight for free, the Waynes and all that. And just got to conduct yourself orderly, man. Just be professional at all times. And, man, you'll get to hang around your favorite fighters, man. You know what I mean? I think we're one of the few websites that, that don't do the ads and all that, man. I actually did a long time ago, man. I got complaints all the time from people. And then the ads, man, they slow down your page and stuff a lot too. So I definitely look forward to y'all donate money inside the chat window here. Don Tripp. Errol Spence Jr. can destroy Floyd Mayweather. I don't know, man. Yeah, he can beat him now. When Floyd was in his prime, wasn't nobody beating Floyd Mayweather in his prime. I mean, Errol would have gave him a run for his money, but I still would have had it 7-5 for Floyd, or 8-4. But yeah, now, I mean, Floyd lost a step. Yeah, Errol Spence would beat him. Well, Dwayne, Errol Spence would beat Floyd Mayweather right now, being out of boxing for a little bit, and he has lost a step. But not in his prime. Errol Spence wouldn't beat him in his prime. Yep. Yeah, right now, I mean, because he's been out for a little bit, and he's lost a step, and he's, 41 now? Yeah, I mean, yeah, right now, Errol's in his prime, but take it back 2 years, and before that, when Floyd was 39 and below, even at 39, he would have whipped up on Errol Spence. But it is what it is. All right, man. Let me go hang out with the family a little bit. It's 9 o'clock here in Houston. We go hang out with the family before they all go to bed. Man, I appreciate y'all joining me. We 40 minutes strong into it. Listen, appreciate Ronald and everybody else, cool honeys, everybody that donated some money to your boy. Man, I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm going to see if I can hop back on here tomorrow, maybe do another live chat or just put out some videos. Appreciate y'all supporting Boxing Socialist. Hey, y'all don't forget to email me so I have y'all contact information. Till next time, this is Sean with Boxing Socialist and Other Sports. We signing out.